Hey guys, I am Vikas and welcome to this brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create this nice and simple title animation in DaVinci Resolve 15, which you can use as a lower third in your project. So let's take a new project and get started. Alright, so let's take a new project and let's call it title animation and click on create. Now let's do some basic settings. So click on this setting button and I'm gonna go with 1920 by 1080 resolution and 30 frame per second, which is good for now, and click on save. Now if you want to create a motion graphics in DaVinci Resolve 15, you have to take a solid color. Let me show you why. Just go to Fusion tab and import any node on this flow window. As you can see, it's not working. So go back to your edit tab and take a solid color. So go to toolbox, click on generator, and here is solid color. So just drag this solid color on this timeline like that, and let's set the duration of your motion graphics. So I'm taking 3 second long, so set the CTI on 3 second and let's drag this clip like that. And now right click on this solid color and let's convert it into a compound clip. So click on this compound clip and let's call it text and click on create, and then go to your Fusion tab, and here we have our media in and media out node. So let's click on this window layout 1 for single view, and let's delete this media in because it's a blank page and nothing else. So just delete this media in and drag this media out over here. Now let's take a background node. So click on this background button to add a background node and let's call it white and hit OK, and drag this white background node in this viewer and let's pick a white color. Now let's take a rectangle mask. So select this white and take a polygon node. Okay, and let's call it P_1 for polygon 1 and hit enter. Now let's draw a rectangle by clicking on this preview window. So as you can see, it's not a perfect rectangle. So just hit Ctrl Z to go back and right click on this preview window and go to guide option and check this box show guide to turn on the guide, and then right click on this center and here is polyline and here is create and here is rectangle. So click on this rectangle and now let's create a rectangle. So select this control point, hold shift on the keyboard and drag this control point over here and select these two control point also, hold shift on the keyboard and drag this over here. Now select these two control point, hold shift on the keyboard and press down arrow key on the keyboard. Okay, and let's select these two also, hold shift and drag it up and create a rectangle like that. Okay, now let's animate this rectangle. So go to around 40 frame, which is equal to 1 second and 10 frame, and go to this inspector tab and here is center. So right click on center, click on animate, or you can also click on this diamond button to add a keyframe on center property, and then go to very beginning of this animation and drag this rectangle outside this frame over here, and let's play this. So as you can see, we have a very basic and weird animation. So let's make some more interesting animation. So click on this spline window and check this displacement in a spline window and click on this fit button and select this keyframe, hit S on the keyboard to smooth, or you can click on this smooth button and set this CTI, sorry, click on this fit button again and set this CTI on this point and hold this handle and create a curve like that. Okay, and let's play this again. So as you can see, it's looking much more better, and close this spline window. Now go to around frame number 20, and here's an option, right click here for save animation. So let's remove this previous animation, right click and remove polygon poly 1, and right click again and click on animate. Okay, and then go to around frame number 80. Okay, and select the control point, hold shift on the keyboard, and let's move this control point over here and create a thin line like that. Okay, let's play this again. So just go to spline window and uncheck this displacement and check this polyline and click on this fit button, select this keyframe, hit smooth button and set this CTI on frame number 20 and hold this handle and create a curve like that. Okay, and close this spline window and let's play this again. Alright, so it's looking nice. Now let's create a duplicate of this node. So select these both node, hit Ctrl C to copy and double click on this blank area and hit Ctrl V to paste. And let's rename it. So select this white, drag it to the viewer and let's pick a different color. So it's looking nice and let's call it color. Hit OK and let's rename it also. Let's call it p underscore 2 for polygon 2 and hit OK. Now let's merge these both outputs. So take a merge node and let's attach this background point with this white and green foreground point with this color and drag this merge to the viewer. Now let's enable grid snapping. So right click on this, go to arrange tool and check this box to turn on the grid snap. Let's arrange it like that. Now white and color both output revealing at same time. So let's create a gap between these two outputs. So go to a spline window and let's minimize it and uncheck this P1 and click on this fit button. Select these keyframe and move this on frame number 5. So set this CTI on frame number 5 and drag this point over here. Okay, and close this spline window and let's play this again. Alright, so it's looking nice. Now let's create a text. So double click on this blank area and take a text node and drag this text on this preview window and type anything whatever you want to type. So I'm typing skyline motions tutorial and let's merge this text with these rectangles. So take a merge node and connect this yellow background point with this merge one and green foreground point with this text and drag this merge to the viewer and select this text and let's set this according to this rectangle box. So drag this text over here and now right click on this text box and click on this character label styling and go to modifier, double click on this character label styling and select all this text and let's change this font style. So I'm gonna use Century Gothic, which is my favorite font style, but you can use any different font style and select these skyline motions and hold control and let's increase the size of this and set it like that. Okay, Now select this motion only and change this bold to regular, and select this tutorial, change this bold to regular. Now go to layout and set this spacing like that, and go to text and set this vertical alignment like that, and set this horizontal alignment over here. Maybe 1.5 is a bit too much, so set this horizontal alignment like that. Now click on this tool and set it over here. Okay, now let's animate this text. So select this text and go to around 80 frame and click on this layout, and here is center. So right click on this, click on animate, and go back to very beginning of this animation and drag this text over here, and let's play this. Okay, go to spline window and check this text one. Let's minimize this and click on this fit button, select this keyframe and click on this smooth button and set the CTI over here and drag this handle and create a curve like that, and close this spline window and let's play this again. Now we have to take a rectangle mask. So just select this text and add a simple rectangle mask. Select this rectangle and let's call it r_1. Hit enter. Now let's create a rectangle according to this text like that. And let's animate this. So go to around frame number 30, which is equal to 1 second. And here is center. So right click on this, click on animate and go to very beginning of this animation and drag this rectangle outside this frame over here, and let's play this again. Now let's inverse this connection because I want to put this text behind this rectangle. So just deattach this connection and connect this green foreground point with this merge one, which is output of our rectangle, and connect this yellow background point with this text. Okay, and drag this to the viewer. Now let's turn off this guide. So right click guide and check this show guide. Alright, so it's almost done. Now let's take a final transform. So select this merge and click on this transform button to add a transform node and drag this transform to the viewer, and now we are able to adjust the size and position and rotation of this lower third. So let's connect the output of this transform with this media out, and then go back to your edit tab and our text animation is ready. Now you can also use this text animation as a lower third, so import any footage. So I'm importing this one like that, and as you can see it's looking something like that. You can adjust the position of this text. So go to fusion tab again, and here is transform. So let's down the size of this whole animation and place it over here. Okay, and go back to your edit tab. Okay, so it's looking nice. And now you can also create a reverse animation for this. So just select this text, hit Ctrl C to copy and paste another copy over here, and let's inverse this text animation. So right click on this, click on change clip speed, and check this reverse speed and click on change. And let's cut this extra part. So select this blade tool and cut this area. Select this move tool and remove this audio first, and select this unwanted area of this footage and just delete it. And now it's almost done, and let's check this. So as you can see, it's looking nice, and that's all for this tutorial guys. I hope you like it. So I will see you in next tutorial. Till then, bye bye.